Shot it like a real anthem. Shawty saw my wallet, now she think I answer. Whoa, telling me she wanted me to hammer. Trying to get saved, baby, I am not the answer. No, I can never trick. Unless the bitch is my bitch with a kiss on my lip like, oh. I am not a pimp with a limp, I'm a man with a gift, and I'm doing my shit like, oh. Tell them other nips, I'm the nip, I'm the
Exciting night, the Trigon always delivers. No fight went the distance. And that's what we want. That's what we look for. We want the fights, the results to be in the hands of the fighters and not in the judges. The sport has developed. The awareness has been there. The stigma of the bare knuckle being brutal has been diminished over time. We've shown that the actual injuries, less concussions in bare knuckle than boxing or MMA. Just a little slightly more on the cuts, but cuts just stitched up, and they're good to go in a couple of weeks. So it's been exciting to see that growth from the fan base and to see the fighters that we're developing. We're focused on telling younger fighter stories, bringing them up and developing their stories, introducing them to the audience, and I think the audience has been very receptive with that. Bare knuckle's brutal, but it's a gentleman's game as well. You see that in the camaraderie after the fights. You know, they'll beat their brains in, but they're the first ones to show that respect, show that love to their opponent. And you see the older fighters or the more experienced fighters showing those tricks of the trade and just getting those fighters pumped up. It's in their blood. They might not be 100% to fight like they did in their heyday, but they want to share and pass that on and be involved in the sport and help develop these younger fighters. Let me tell you, the first time I met those guys, Jim and Joe, great guys. We got along. When we were starting up at virtually the same time, 2014, when we started, they started 15. We'd never had bad blood. You know, a lot of times organizations back and forth, and we always had a great relationship. And a couple years ago during COVID, when we were coming back from COVID shows, we started talking more and more about the situation, how you guys getting through COVID, what are you doing? And we said, you know what, now that we're starting up, why don't I send you one of our fighters? And we sent Carlos Guerra over to one of their events, and hey, why don't you send us some of yours? And we started that interaction of introducing our fighters to their audience, their fighters to ours, and we saw those audience commingle. And we've just continued that. We did the Police Gazette fight that we did last year, and the reception from their fighters and their team has been wonderful. They love the Trigon, and it was just, I guess, the next step of an evolution of both of our companies really to merge together under the BYB banner and in the Trigon and put the same rule set together. You know, our 3-minute rounds, they were 2-minute rounds. So we're getting a lot of love from their fighters saying, we love the Trigon, we love the 3-minute rounds. This is, you know, so it's exciting time. And now with our roster, which was well over 100 fighters, their roster was well over 100 fighters. So now we have over 250 fighters signed to BYB around the world. And I think that makes us by far, and again, fighters that we're developing, that we're telling their stories. So we're growing our fighter base organically and developing these stars, identifying talent on both sides of the border, and eventually they're going to start seeing each other for world championships. So it's going to be a lot of fun. There are different time zones, so they have their broadcast base where they've been broadcasting to over 30 countries and whatnot. We have our base that we've been building over the years as well. And seeing those, so we're going to have fights on the UK, European time zones, which would be daytime fights for us. And our evening fights, we're going to be late night fights for them. So we're covering pretty much all the time zones around from the UAE, where we had our Dubai show, all the way down to our west coast of the United States as well. And that's the goal, is to bring more from both organizations, more fights, more results and exciting fights like we did today, and develop more stars from both sides. I know we got Jacksonville coming up in just a few weeks. We're going to be doing a press conference. We're going to be bringing in some of our guys from London. So there'll be some of the stars from BKB joining us over there, some of our guys. So we're going to be doing a press conference about how we're moving forward, how the championships are going to go, and a lot of the little details that we haven't released just yet. So it's exciting, very creative time, because there's just so many opportunities. You really don't see this in boxing or other organizations where they have different divisions globally and they fight, and so that's something that it's opening up a lot of creative opportunities for us. Yeah, we're doing New Orleans. Yeah, we have a big heavyweight fight between Guillermo Trujillo and our champ Ike Villanueva. That one's for the heavyweight belt and for the Police Gazette belt. Then we have Helen Peralta and Monica Medina doing their rematch, and that's for the women's featherweight belt. So I know there was Helen came in a little rusty. She had been out of the ring for a while. Monica always brings it. I think, Helen took this time off now to prepare. Again, Monica's ready, and it's gonna be a war right there in the Bayou. Thanks for supporting Bare Knuckle Fighting and for supporting our organization. We try to entertain, we make the weekends, and we bring the action in the Trigon. So we appreciate the support. There's a lot more coming, not only in the U.S. but in Europe, and we hope you follow along.
Listen up. We came, we saw, we conquered. I say it all the time, we're the biggest and best bare knuckle promotion tonight. We put a period on the end of that statement, so it's facts. And we are the best. And actually, I got to salute every fighter that stepped inside the mighty Trigon ring, because it takes a lot of heart, because you're not guaranteed to get out how you went in. So double salute to all of them, And at the end of the day, I always say this, every fight will be a finish. And that held true, because nothing tonight in Denver, Colorado, went the distance. And like you just said, when it comes to bare knuckle at BYB Extreme, we make the weekend. So the next fight that we have is going to be on the 14th. Right now we're in May. It's 14th of June. It's going to be in Duval. It's going to be BYB 27, right? And then the next month we're going to be in Louisiana, New Orleans. Then we're bringing it back, to Miami, and then, we're just rocking and rolling. All 8 cylinders. When I was inside the backyard, I knew it was going to lead to something. How big at that point, I didn't understand. But as we did in the yard, we continued to push event after event, and now here we are. And it's interesting that that question was just brought up, because people see us in the Hard Rocks. They see us city to city, state to state, out of the country, and overseas. But guess what? It's about the journey is where inspiration is built and it's made. People want to know what you went through to get here. And we have the original. We are, the creators. Everybody else is out there, the imitators and duplicators. You can copy the style, you can copy the format, but you can't copy respect. You got to earn that. And once again, in Denver tonight, we did just that. I'm Dada 5000, and you're now watching Bare Knuckle News, where nobody beats us to the punch.
Whoa, telling me she wanted me to hammer. Trying to get saved, baby, I am not the answer. No, I can never trick, unless the bitch is my bitch with a kiss on my lips like, I am not a pimp with a limp, I'm a man with a gift, and I'm doing my shit like, tell them other nips, I'm the nip. I'm the man in the city, and my bank account bigger, and my body count bigger, that's without a doubt. I'm 100 steps ahead, that's a lot of mouth, that's a lot of clout. What you all about? What your dollar amount? You a boy scout, I'm a big dog. Tell the truth, I don't get charged to shoot. Time to corny motherfucker, turn this shit off, bro. I can't rap how everybody else rap, bro.